What up? What up? It's your boy Gary Lamb bringing you relevant content on life, freedom, and the pursuit of happiness. And today we're going to be discussing DJ Envy and Mark Zuckerberg being in hot water for some interesting business deal. Let me bring up Wally P as we are getting ready to
No, I'm
give you
here.
this beautiful,
I'm here,
beautiful
brother.
live.
I'm here.
What's up? What's up, Wally P? No, I'm gonna put the other phone up so they can watch you drive around. What up, everybody? Listen, this is Gary Lamb. I'm about to go into the car because I don't want to be loud. It's still 5 o'clock over here, and the
hmm
kiddies are still trying to sleep. But I will be navigating to the car in just a minute. So, Wally P, take the ship as I get to the car.
All right. Facts, facts. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the AM Grit and Grind. Every day, well, not every day, but every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. Where me and Gary Lamb will be having conversations about life, you know, pretty much having a good time. And we're here while you're at work, whether you're a truck driver, whether you're commuting to work, the whole nine. We're here with you to help you get to your destination that much faster, that much more pleasant. And yeah, so rock with us. If it's your first time here, consider hitting that subscribe button and clicking that notification bell so that you can be notified for more content like this. And if you want to follow us on our other social media platforms, the links will be in the description. And if you're here because we're multi-streaming on Gary Lamb Network, Facebook, YouTube, the whole nine, do us a favor. If you're here, hop over to Gary Lamb Network, subscribe to his channel. If you're here from Gary Lamb Network, hop over to Matter of Opinion, subscribe to our channel. So, with that said, the first thing we're going to start the show with is DJ Envy. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard what's going on with DJ Envy, but apparently one of his friends or close business partners has been arrested for real estate fraud. Now, currently, I don't know if they arrested DJ Envy, but he's a radio DJ for Hot 97, which is a big radio station in New York and New Jersey, the tri-state area. And apparently he's still coming into work every morning doing his thing. But as of right now, definitely his boy has been arrested and is out on bail. And the new and here's that clip of the news breaking this
We
story.
broke the story of investors who say they were scammed in a real estate venture promoted by radio host DJ Envy. There is a major development.
DJ Envy's longtime business partner has been arrested by federal agents in New Jersey. Cesar Pena has been charged with fraud. Investigative reporter Sarah.
So yeah, that's the clip. I didn't want to play the whole thing, but that's pretty much the news that broke the story saying that, DJ Envy has been arrested. Not DJ Envy, his partner has been arrested. And he's claiming his innocence. He's claiming that he was a victim of his mans that got locked up. But can we really look and say that he was actually a victim? He was saying he invested into the business of real estate, but he never got no returns, never got no money on said, business investment. But I kind of beg to differ, and it's going to be kind of hard to prove this case because he was literally on video showing that he was collecting rent from people and how he's hosting seminars in the whole nine. Here's that clip of him collecting money from tenants and everything and pretty much bragging about it. Let's see, which clip is it? Give me 1 second. All right, here we go.
Flipping that Jack. Today, Pro Style came. This is your first time picking up rent, right?
First time picking up these joints, so we don't want to see the names on the checks, but yeah.
First time picking up rent, and that's what it's all about. When I tell you about creating generational wealth, that's what it is. I picked up, this is some of my rent. He owes me some more. His rent is picked up.
Just getting started, baby.
And that's what it's about. Pro Style jumped into the game. How many houses you bought?
3. About to hopefully close on the.
This guy's trying to get more houses than me. He's going to start speaking at the seminar.
We'll be at like 12, 16 units real soon, you know what I'm saying?
That's what it's about, teaching and learning how to do it. And that's what we about, man. So I want to see you guys at the next seminar, February 23rd in Las Vegas. If you're on the West Coast, I want to see you there. It's at the Golden Nugget.
All right. So with that video, let me ask you this, Gary. Do you believe that it's going to be hard pressed for him to prove that he had no involvement in it, that he received no money or anything, and that it's just his boy that's responsible for the investment, and he basically did a Ponzi scheme on all the investors? Hello? Gary, you there? It looks like we're having technical difficulties.
Yeah, the technical difficulty is I was on mute.
Oh, okay. Because I was about to, give my 2 cents. But go ahead, go on.
All right, so here's the thing. He contacted Joe Buttons, and I don't know if I can. I'm gonna see if I can pull up the clip.
I got the clip.
Yes, bring that up.
All right. So these 2 clips. The first clip is him saying that he contacted Joe Buttons, and Joe Buttons made a response saying, "Yo, he contacted me or whatever," and it sound basically fugazi.
Yeah.
So here's the first clip when he's talking about he reached out to Joe Buttons.
Got into real estate. I called 3 people. I called Clue. I called Fabulous. I called Joe Button. Right? Or Desert Storm family. And I said, hey guys, I'm doing real estate. This is something that I think that, you should invest a little bit of money in, try it out, and that way you can do it. Joe Button told me it was a Ponzi scheme and I was going to go to jail. Fab was like, I'll call you back.
So that was him reaching out to Joe Buttons or whatever. Now, this is what Joe Buttons had to say. And the way Joe Buttons approached it, it's like, dude, why would you even hit old boy up? Because Joe Buttons came off like, yo, I don't even know this dude.
Not like that, right?
He is not speaking to. We have not spoken about anything. And he calls me and starts talking about some real estate shit. For me, that's odd. We don't speak. And now you calling me, telling me that your man's with the government and he could get the buildings and there's a list, it'll be me, you, and Queen Latifah and whatever the fuck he was saying. Because I was walking my dog in the backyard, so I want to stop listening at this point. But that just sounded fishy. You give me some money, we're going to take it, we're going to get this, we're going to get that, we're going to...
So yeah, that was pretty much Joe Budden's response to the situation.
Listen, I've been a part of a lot of things, right? Growing up in the hood, I've come in, and I think everybody understands what I'm about to say here. Shout out to the Rewatch crew. Shout out to Rumble. Shout out to Discord. Shout out to T3. Hope you get better, sweetheart. This is very frustrating to hear someone at his level doing something. Now, we don't know the facts. We don't know exactly what's going on, right? We don't know. But it's not looking good, right? It's not looking good at all. And I've been a part of a lot, well, not part of it, but I've witnessed a lot of people come up to you and basically try to sell you a dream, right? Whatever that dream may be. I used to, when I was a kid, growing up, the one thing I wanted to do was be in business for myself. So I always
flocked to the elevated sales pitch. Like I was always flocking to the elevated sales pitch. You can make your own hours. You can do your own thing. You can make your own money. You can create your own all that stuff. And I used to flock to that like freaking flies on shit, man, because I hated
morph to the flame.
right because I hated working for people who paid you nothing. I hated it. So I wanted to get out of that. And the only ones that I ever got it, okay, you got what are the MLMs that circulates through the hood on a regular basis? You got the pink cars. We used to call them the pink
Yeah,
Cadillacs. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Uh-huh,
Right? We get the
uh-huh.
pink Cadillacs. We used to have what is it? The one that you sell the insurance in. What is it
Oh
called?
yeah. I
Prime
know what you're
America.
talking about.
Yeah, Prime
Yep,
America. So,
yep.
and these are all legit companies. Don't get it twisted. But these MLMs, they pride on the sales team, right? The sales team is the customer. You have to buy these products and you have to keep these products up in order to be activated. Because if you're not buying your products, you're not selling your products, right? And if you're not if you're not using your product, you can't sell your product. All the horse shit that they gave you to keep you buying these products, and you'll be. I used to have products stacked up because I didn't use them, right? Because it was like, okay, well, this is going to replace your coffee. This is going to replace this. This is going to replace that. And it's like, none of that stuff replaced anything.
Yeah,
Because it was like, even if I did use the stuff, you know what I mean? I was also looking at it to try to sell. Like, why would you use your inventory? It's your
yeah,
inventory. So it was like it didn't make much sense, but hey, I did it. And then the whole upline thing, right? Oh, well, you get two people that those two people get passed up to your upline, and then you get a third person, and that person passed their two people up to you, and
yeah,
so on and so forth. And I jumped into those games trying to see how it will work in my favor. And the math never worked out because eventually you're going to run out of people. Okay.
yep,
Eventually you're going to run out of people. If everybody becomes a sales rep, that means there's nobody to sell to,
yep.
right? Like, how can I sell to? So it doesn't work on a large scale. Sure, short term, the person who came up with it, that person makes buku bucks. All this money filter up to that person because you're selling their products. And yes, it's a great way to spread the word and all that other stuff. But at the end of the day, it usually fall on its face. Okay, I was a part of those things. I was part of a few of those things, which has got me started up into trying to become my own business, my own, incorporated for me, being a business for myself. So I did all that. And when I see, what Joe Button is saying, I'm like, yeah, I'm with Joe Button. You know what I'm saying? You just,
Yeah,
say, yo, you should invest in this. This is a great opportunity. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds real fucking suspect for me. And I get where Joe Button is coming from. That is suspect as hell. Um, now his partner is in trouble. And here's the thing: maybe DJ Envy didn't do anything wrong. Maybe it was his partner that made the mistake and did something wrong, right? But uh, for a man at the caliber of DJ Envy going for something like this, it's like, what was the sell pitch to get him to start calling Joe Button to get to
yeah,
get what I'm
yeah,
saying? What was the sales
yeah.
pitch that got what I'm saying? And even worse, why would he like there? I thought he was loaded. You know what I'm saying? If he wanted to go and buy a house, just go buy a house. What do you need this? You know what I mean? I don't know. So not to talk bad about DJ Envy or anything like that, but
Uh-huh.
when he's saying this is how you build generational wealth, I'm like, no, it's not.
Well, you know what that comes down. That comes down from when it comes to the black community.
Mhm.
Most people look at building generational wealth is through real estate. Because let's be real, a lot of black folks don't know about stocks and
Wait, wait,
investments and
wait,
all
wait,
that
wait,
stuff
wait.
like that.
Wait a minute. You're right, but That's not how you build generational wealth. You don't build generational wealth by calling somebody you don't talk to and asking for a loan. It's not how you do
No,
it.
no, it's not. But what? But here's the thing. What do everybody say? Like a lot of people say, well, why don't these people that got money get together and go on this business venture? So if for me to
Hmm.
reach out to you and I know you got money, I don't necessarily have to know you to reach out to you be like, yo, let's invest and do this thing. It's kind of like, yo, if you hit somebody up to be like, who don't know you from a can of paint, yo, let's collaborate. You may know of them, but you're not tight with them, but you know they got some status and they got the money. So you're like, yo, let me reach out to fam and see if you want to get in this business investment. So I get that dynamic of it, but it's just the fact that the way they went about it and the way Joe
Hmm.
Budden's like listened to the pitch, it's illegal. Because from what I gather, what they were doing was, and let's be real, we see this a lot in Jersey, especially when it comes to college areas. Basically, what it seemed like they was doing, because he explains this, and I'm gonna play the video. It seems like they buy the property and then rent out the individual rooms to people. So if you got a
Uh-huh.
college or whatever, and you got a student, you like, yo, I'll rent you this room for $550 or $600. Everybody get to use the bathroom. It's a kitchen, whatever. Take care of the apartment. Then I go to the next person. If I keep everybody divided, I can give out different prices, or favoritism towards whoever I may
Is
like
that called
entertain. That
subleasing? Is that what it's called? Subleasing?
I believe so, but that's illegal. You can't do that. You got to rent out the whole unit.
Yeah.
And I believe that that's what they was doing. Don't get me wrong. We know people that do that in Jersey, but it's just like, yo, you get caught, suffer the consequences that come with it. And
Right.
the reason why I'm assuming that this is what he's doing is because he literally said it himself. And
Yeah.
here's that clip.
Envy,
Play for us.
I adore you. I wanna get a house from you. Shit, I don't
Can
see
you hear
how.
it?
But what if you flipping something? Ain't it houses? Or what the fuck you
Can
doing?
you
Every
hear
time
it?
I see you doing something, you
Yeah, I
flipping
can
a
hear it.
house in New Jersey or some shit like that.
Okay.
I'm not a realtor.
No,
I
but you
buy
flipping.
houses, I fix them, and I rent them out. I'm not a realtor. I'm trying to encourage people to buy homes and to create
You should
generational
become a
wealth.
realtor.
Okay, but I'm trying to figure out because then you got the home and you try to make money off the home and you making money off the home.
Yes, ma'am.
So you selling the homes.
I'm selling rooms or apartments. I'm keeping it.
SROs.
Yeah, I'm keeping it. So
you the slumlord.
I'm
Oh,
unit,
you got
two unit, three
4
unit,
families worth of niggas living under one roof?
Oh,
Oh, my God. Does the government know?
I'm trying to encourage people to buy homes and to invest in themselves so they can always have property instead of continue to rent.
By investing in you and putting money in your pocket. Let's not act like you not.
Right. Even look, hold, pause. She said, wait a minute, you got 4 families living in one home? Yo, she know that sounds crazy as hell. One bathroom, nigga, that can't be illegal. Like, yo, even in one family, you're required to have a certain amount of room based on the numbers of people who live in the room. I mean, live in the
Yes.
apartment. Okay,
Yes.
you can't just have 5 people in one freaking room. That's jacked the hell up. Like, I mean, and here's the thing: he would have gotten away with it, and he kept his big ass mouth shut, but he didn't do that.
Exactly. Exactly.
All he
Exactly.
had to do was keep his mouth shut, and he would have kept him on making some big bread. But this is how. But this is niggas. These are how niggas act. Niggas can't shut up for nothing. They gotta gloat. They gotta gloat. Like what the?
Yep.
Oh boy.
Yep.
Like no. Like it's crazy, man. Shout out to the chat, man. What up, Lawrence? How you doing? What up, Kayla? What up, Lady Lamb?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is crazy.
Yeah, man. So that's pretty much what he did in a nutshell. And like you said, the way she called it out, she's listening to it, and she's just like, yo. And she even asked, "Does the government know?" Like, she straight up asked, "Yo, do the government know what you're doing?" And Yeah, man. Like, dude, I think it's gonna come back to bite him in the butt. I honestly feel that way. But like I said, the way his lawyer is framing it up is he had nothing to do with it. He just invested, and that's it. Like he didn't see a dime of money coming back from this quote unquote investment. So I don't know, man. I think in some time, or it's gonna come back and bite him in the butt. To like, to my understanding, like I think it's literally gonna come back and bite dude in the butt. But I don't know. I think Gary dropped out of the chat. I think, well, out of the stream, but we'll keep this going till he come back in. Let me see. So let's see what they say. What's going on in the comment section? Scrappy said depends on the jurisdiction. Ever had an unnamed roommate? Ever had ever hot racked? I mean, I don't know all the intricacies of it, but this is going on. I know in New Jersey and New York area, and I know for a fact in New Jersey it is illegal. I've seen it done. I like, especially in college, like places that are near colleges. They definitely do that. 1,000% they do that. But they keep it on a hush hush. This man was literally going on the radio and in public, and of course, as you saw, making videos of him collecting the money and everything like that, and saying himself they're renting rooms. So I don't know, man. That's a problem. That's a problem. And again, when it comes to the black community, their thought process of build, I'm saying there like I'm not black, but you know what I mean. The thought process is, yo, if you want to get generational wealth, own a lot of properties, own a lot of real estate, and make it a business investment. And don't get me wrong, you can do it. You can do it, but you got to do it the right way. Um, what I wish that people would look into as far as like the black community and stuff to build wealth, that push the education of investing and all of this stuff. Because I'll be the first to tell you, when it comes to investing and all that stuff like that, yo, that junk sounds like Chinese arithmetic. I'm sorry. So if somebody could put me on, or somebody know the game and teach me, teach others, and it get widespread, because I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm street smart like a mother. But when it comes to like book smart and read, not to say I can't read, I can read my ass off. But when I'm reading something to learn, that's why I have a problem. I'm like every single hero in an anime. They're smart as hell when it comes to their fighting or whatever it is that they're into. But when it comes to like learning, it's like, nah, I don't understand. I gotta learn hands on, and that's the way I am. And I think that is for a lot of I don't want to say women, because black women, man, yo, when it comes to being in them books, yo, they know their stuff, man. Like they'll learn their butt off. But for men, black men, usually like we tend to learn hands on, where it's like show me, and I'll be able to do what I gotta do. I'll be able to pick this up. So, am I wrong for the way that I'm thinking, Gary?
No, you're not. You're not wrong at
Yeah,
all. You're absolutely right. See, I think that one of the major, and I think this is where the divide thing really comes into play, because men are doers, right? Tell us what to do, we go and do it,
yeah,
right? That's what we do. Whereas our women, they will go and learn every intricate detail because that's just how women are. Okay, so what are the procedures? What is the ramifications? Because that's how they do. Whereas men, they just like point at it and do that, right? That's why when the woman said, the one with that crazy ass woman was saying, men go do, y'all go do. So why would we follow you when you just go do? And I'm like, because you are supposed to be, I'm supposed to be focused on what's in front of us. You're supposed to make sure you keep me informed within what's in back of us, right? So that's how the partnership
Facts.
works. When my wife is informing
Facts.
me, I can make the right decisions because I'm going to make. I, I'm relying on her to give me the right information. Okay, so because I can't. If here's the thing, and this is where what pisses me off to no end. You're supposed to be home focused on the things that I can't focus on. All right. Because
Yeah.
day to day happens every day. All right. Day to day, we have to eat. Day to day, we have to work. Day to day, we have to pay bills and have expenses and stuff like that. So day to day, we got to do that. I may not have the time to sit here and read a freaking 50-page book, but you do. Okay, give me the cliff notes. Tell me what I need to do. Step one, step two, step three. You bullet point it for me. Okay, and when I get the time to actually go in and do, the other side of it, I can. But back to what you were saying, Wally. Um,
Yeah.
the issue is that people just they don't realize that everything that sound good probably have a law against it. Right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
if it
Yeah.
sounds
Yeah.
too good, chances are there's a law against it. You got to find out what are the laws, what are the ramifications of this. He probably thought it was legal because it sounds legal. Oh well, they do it all the time. Yeah, but the person who's renting the apartment gets a sublease contract, and that person can split the rent based upon the rooms in the apartment. But they have to
Yes.
apply for that. They have to
Yes.
go and get that. So
Yeah.
this is where DJ Envy screwed up. He wasn't looking at it that way. You're only required to collect a certain amount of rent from that apartment, okay?
Yes.
And they
Yes.
supposed to split it, right? So
Yep.
if you're selling this room for 300 and this room for 300 and this room for 300, well, yeah, you should supposed to be getting 900, right?
Yeah.
But the apartment itself is only supposed to be going written out for 750.
Yeah.
So now you know what I mean? So it's like I don't know the laws and I don't know ramifications of it because I haven't studied it. But
Yeah.
what I do know is this: what Envy is doing, you can't do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
See,
saying? So
he was better off doing this, right? You rent the
zoning matters
apartment
also.
for.
That's right. That's right.
You
That's
say
right.
what?
No, I'm
Oh,
talking to
zoning
Scrappy. He
man.
says
Oh, okay.
zoning
Yeah.
matters. Yeah. What
Let me
Scrappy? Are
ask you
you in
this.
real estate? Because you know a lot of shit.
Yeah, I know. I know, right? It
But
seems like
go
he
ahead, Wally.
is.
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead, Wally.
He probably would have been better doing this. Just because renting the apartment out or whatever, and I don't know, because if you're gonna do the scheming, whatever, this, that, and the third, if you would have had like rent the apartment out to three different individuals, like I would have had like a house, like a what is that called when you have like an open house,
Hmm.
and the three candidates that I pick or whatever, I would have been like, yo, you three candidates, whatever, I'll pick you guys, for the apartment. The rent is 1,500. You guys can split it up however you want, whatever portions, but the rent for this apartment is 1,500.
Hmm.
So y'all work. You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
that kind of takes that kind of takes the weight off your shoulders, so to speak. Because it's like, yo, I rent to them three as a one unit, and now they divide the however they're gonna pay the rent. They split that up amongst themselves.
Bruh, man. Oh my
Would that
God.
do you think that would have been he would have been protected if he did it like that?
I have no idea. I'm not into real estate. But what I am
Okay.
saying is this is just I can't like I'm frustrated right now, right? I'm
Hmm.
frustrated because it's like he can get himself into a lot of trouble behind this, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's just like, come on, bro. Like, oh boy, because here's this is where a lot of black people really fall short. We do not read the letter of the law. We don't
Yep.
take the time to read the letter of the law. You know what I mean? And it's like when you have a whole bunch of people disagree, resisting you.
Hmm.
You know what I mean, and saying I don't know, and they not getting back to you. You know what I mean? That should be a warning sign that something's not right. You know what I'm saying? Like this is too easy. Like this is too easy. Yeah, it's too easy.
Here's my question to you: do you think that old boy actually knew, but was just like, you know what? I'm not gonna get caught, whatever. Because let's face it, sometimes you go into situations where you know it's illegal. Because I've known people like, remember back in the day, they had like that bank scheme going on where you get like 10 grand or whatever deposit into your. I don't know how it worked, but I know in Jersey growing up, there was like this big bank scam going on where you do something and you get 10, 15, 20K or whatever. And people knew it was illegal, but they was hopping on it. And one of my boys that I was tight with did it. Now remind you, everybody we know that was doing it was walking away scot free, nothing. My boy did it. Guess what? He
That's
wound up getting caught, and
hmm
it was like, yo, either you pay this money back by X amount of time, or we get in the feds, we get in authorities involved. Luckily, he did not spend that bread,
yeah.
and he gave it back ASAP. So sometimes, like, that's why I'm asking, like, do you think like he knew it was some old janky?
No, I don't think he knew. I
Okay,
think I don't. Because here's the thing: if he knew, he wouldn't have splattered it all over the friggin' internet.
that's true. That
Like he really, I truly believe he thought it was legit. You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying?
I got you one though, Gary. Remember remember how people was pulling all those COVID relief scams?
Yeah.
These black rappers in I think California made a whole song that they got millions off of the COVID relief scam. So I couldn't like you get what I'm saying? Like when you see this stuff,
What?
when you see
um.
this stuff and
So wait a minute.
and
Wait a
then
minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
yeah,
Wait a minute. You're
yeah.
telling me that they knew it was a scam.
Yes. The whole song they reported it. It was like the whole song was reported like because it was on the news. Like they didn't cover it extensively, but I saw it and I'm mad I didn't get a chance to cover it. But yo, they had a whole video talking about yo, they got COVID relief, scammed the system, got millions, and now they got all these fancy cars, this, that, and the third. The feds came to their door quick as hell,
Bro.
quick as hell. So like,
Because listen, the feds are hunting down everybody who scammed. Because see, you're not just scamming the government, you're scamming the people. You're not
oh
scamming the
facts,
government. All right.
facts.
So you gotta understand. And a shout out to Scrappy. He said
Yeah.
ever since he said I'm an old effer who listen. They got me money for a MBA. My sister is a lawyer. Wife is a chemist. So the
Okay.
two ears are are for the reason. And this is another reason why we need women, right? I tell my wife all the time. I say you'd have no idea how powerful you are. All right, like
Facts,
you,
bro.
I tell my wife this all the time. Like, and I use the chessboard as leverage to explain to her why you are so important. Okay, you have all my knowledge and the freedom to move around the world undetected. Okay,
Yes.
I
Yes.
can't do what you can do. All right. So I can give you all my knowledge and my power, and you can move around and nobody would touch you because they know if they touch you, my whole army's coming after you. Right. So they can't touch you. The reason why the queen is so important is because if my queen is dead and I get to you and I get to you, you, oh my, what I'm going to do to you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So the
Yeah.
queen is very important to the vital piece to the equation. What's up, Erica? But
You know what's sad about this conversation, that
what?
like your whole point is valid, is that you have two brothers, right, talking, and we're talking about how valuable women are,
Yeah.
how important they are to us, to society, and the whole nine. But yet you have women that don't even acknowledge the roles or importance of a man.
Not even
That's
close
the
because they don't
that that's disheartening though, yo. Like it's like, dang, man, like, yeah. But go
see.
on. I just had to point that out.
No, you make a. I mean, it's frustrating, right? Because it's like
Yeah,
we didn't do this for you to just to kick us in the fucking like we didn't bust our ass so you can kick us in the face, man.
yeah,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like I'm supposed to go out there and bust my ass and do what I got to do. Hell yeah, you supposed to be smarter. You had all. We gave you all the schooling. You're supposed to be smarter. I'm smarter than you. No shit, you did. You've been in school for 20 years.
Yeah, that's true.
You want a cookie? Like, come on.
Yeah,
Like,
and
why would you hold that over my head?
yeah,
Now, if I took all the money that I made and left you stranded, you wouldn't be nothing.
yeah,
But we invest in our women because we expected that investment to come back somehow, whether it's through you know cooperation, through the children, whatever.
hmm,
You know, we didn't expect you to come in and use this as a freaking as leverage to say, well, I'm the boss. No, you ain't, sweetie. No, you're not. You'll
facts.
never be the boss. And it's not because you can't lead me. It's not about that. It's about the fact that your biology won't allow you to. You don't want to be responsible for all this shit. You don't. Like, let's look. I don't even want to bring it up, but I'll leave that for another show. But the
Yeah,
point is that yes, women are extremely, insanely valuable, right?
uh
But you
huh.
wouldn't be able to get out the house if the country was overran by hoodlums. You wouldn't even
Facts.
be able to walk out of the door.
Yeah,
You come out the house next to somebody grab you up and boom, there you go. You're his woman for the day.
it ain't nothing you can say or do about it.
Right. So it's like, yes, you guys, you need protection. All right. The only reason why you're able to run around with headphones on, you know what I'm saying, and
Yeah,
skimpy outfits is because men control men. You get rid of the hard hitters, then guess what? You're done. But let's get back on topic, man. I don't want to talk about women
yeah.
because they always say I'm bashing. So, um, yeah, the bottom line is that I really do think that DJ Envy. I don't know what's going on between him and Charlemagne the God. I didn't do any research on that, but
Yeah,
it's possible that something's going on where he felt he needed to do that. Like, what will cause a man to venture out to such a thing? Why? You're already very successful in what you're doing. Like, what was he bored with the Breakfast Club? Is that what it is? Like, I don't understand what would cause him to jump on something like this so quickly and go so hard on it. I mean, maybe
yeah.
he was having money troubles. I mean, I don't know. I
Well,
mean, I
here's
just
the thing. Here's the thing. I've never heard somebody that has money say, "I got too much money."
yeah,
They're
that's true.
always gonna be looking for more money.
Yeah.
You feel me? So,
Hmm.
so like, I can see where he's coming. Because think about it. If we blew the hell up and was making 50K from YouTube and all our for content creation, at one point we're gonna be like, yo, man, we need to think how else we could expand so that we could bring in more money. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
that's just how your mind is wired. Because it's like, what do women always say? Don't settle, don't settle. So when you get in that money and I'm pretty sure millionaires are the same way, or billionaires. They're always looking how to level up and bring in more money. So, yeah, like it's a good possibility. He was like, "Yo, man, even if
More
I
money,
make the
more
money,
money. I get that,
yeah,
but
this is
money
quick
more.
money."
But here's the
Go ahead.
thing: more money, more
Uh huh.
problems. What up, Jay? Good morning, sir. We got a
Facts. All right.
a listener. We got a listener
Yeah.
in the building.
Yes, sir.
Let's see
Good
if we can get
morning,
him to
brother.
comment. Let's see if we can get some smiley faces jumping up.
I know, right?
Some crying rolling on the floor faces from Jay. But no, you're absolutely right. We do definitely want more money because our women always want more, right? So it's like the expansions and stuff like that. So yes, and yes, you're right, Scrappy. Even the crazy ones deserve protection. Now,
Yeah.
that don't mean I'm going to protect you, right? Like, let somebody that can deal with your crazy ass protect you. I'm not doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not going to
Yeah.
sit here
Yeah.
and let some freaking overlord come from a distant land and say whatever hell language that he talk and just take over. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to allow
Yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? As far as you just walking up the street saying, "Can you help me? Can you please take me home?" Nope. You will not be the last person that I will not be the last person you see. Nope.
Facts. Facts.
No, not happening. You on your own. You know what I'm saying? That's why we got
Yeah.
agency. Call the cops. You know what I'm
You're
saying? If
right.
you need
You're
help,
right
call
about
the
that.
cops.
You're right
But
about that.
you're right, man. Maybe that's what it is. He just wanted more money, and there's been times where I've done something and I've conquered it, and I got bored with it, and I just want to do something
Yeah.
else.
Yep.
So I think that was also another thing that he could possibly was getting into. He just wanted to do something else. Like he's bored, like because let's be honest, how much can you talk before you get sick and tired of it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
they've been talking for years, bruh. You done talked about a little. You didn't talk about a little bit of everything in that time frame. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Having a
Yep.
radio station is not easy. You're constantly having to give new guests. You got to come up with new questions. It's so much work just
It
to like
is.
you can't just sit down and have a conversation amongst two people like you and me because the chat will get bored, right? Your
Yeah.
audience will get bored. They were like, I done heard everything you got to say. Bring some new meat here. You know what I
Yep.
mean? So you're constantly having to bring more and more people, and you're starting to recycle content, right? Because there
Facts.
ain't
Yep.
much so much you can talk about before somebody says, you hit a no button. You know what? I used to listen to him, but after he said this, I'll never listen to him again. Like that happens.
It does. It
It
does.
happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So you might so you get to a place where a lot of people like, yo, I don't like this character, I don't like this podcast, I don't like this because all they talk about is this. And like because that's all they can talk about. It's not that they don't want to talk about other things. They're not allowed to because their audience pigeonholed them into that topic, right? There are
Yeah.
so many conversations that I would much rather talk about that are far more lucrative. But one, I got to get the experience around it, right? In
Yeah.
order to get the experience around it, I have to make enough money to learn it, and then I have to try it out for myself before I start presenting this information because I don't want to be like DJ Envy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I
get
don't
it.
want to
Yep.
say something and somebody say, Gary, you sent me down the wrong path. It's your fault.
Yep.
I don't
Yep.
want that. Like, if I try and I screw up, let me screw up. I'm okay with
Exactly.
screwing up. But I don't
Yeah.
want to
Yeah.
lead you out. Like when I talk to you all and I say, we're going to do this, that, and the third, I try it out first. Then I say,
Yeah.
do this.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
Because I'm a father, right?
Yep.
As a father, I will not put something on my sons that I don't fully understand inside and out. If I'm telling you to do
You're
something,
right,
it's because
Dad.
I
You're right,
understand it
Dad.
inside. You're welcome, son. You know what? I'm so glad. I'm so glad that you turned in such a great, wonderful man. You know what I mean? You
Hey,
still look
hey,
like a
Dad.
bulldog.
Hey, Dad. Hey,
I still question if you my son and everything because you have none of my features. Your mother. You know, she used to be out there. She was wild. You know what I mean? But I'm
I got
glad.
a question. I got a question for you, Dad.
What's that?
Could I get an allowance?
Um, at this time in my life as your father, I have to inform you and regretfully inform you that love don't live here anymore. So you got to take your ass.
See, this what you call
And,
a deadbeat dad. I'm leaving this damn house.
why I gotta be all that though? Oh my god. Um,
But nah, don't worry. You're right though. Yeah.
I
Your
know how to
take the
amuse
lead.
myself. You know
Yeah.
what, Scrappy? That comment alone by itself, you know how to amuse yourself. Well, keep
Wow.
that to
Yeah.
yourself, sir. You know, I don't want to know how you amuse yourself. I have both the Vietnam War and the Civil War solo. You did that solo? What are you,
Wow.
Rambo? I
Yo,
did this mother damn.
that's a tough SOB right there.
That's a tough dude right there. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? He gets
man.
stuck in caves and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like we got to get out of here. But
Uh-huh.
but yeah. So we let's move on to the next topic of the conversation, which is Mark
Yes.
Zuckerberg and what's going
Yes.
on with Meta. All right, now you brought this story to me, so I'm going to let you take the lead on this. But according to
Well,
what I read, Mark Zuckerberg
uh-huh.
is in hot water because of his system.
Yes, that's what I gathered too when I read it. It's like his system is basically taking information from children that sign up to social media and like is handing it to third party, like tracking what they're doing online, handing it to third party. So now they get advertisements towards what the gear, what the kids are, doing on social media, this, that, and the third. And parents don't like that or whatever. Now,
Hmm.
that's basically how this lawsuit has came to be because you're taking people's information, especially minors, without their consent.
Mm.
So that's a huge dilemma that he got on his hands or whatever. But when I read this article, the first thing that came to mind was like, but wait a minute, don't these parents got to do their diligence to like make sure they check all the boxes when they allow their kids to sign on to social media and stuff like this?
Hmm.
You know, that was my thought process on this because we had a conversation just the other day where we was like, yo, with social media or whatever, the app developers are the people who run it. We had a mix, like some people agreed and some people disagreed with how, like, yo, it shouldn't be up to the platform to mitigate what's going on. It should be up to the user
Right.
because if you don't entertain what's being displayed in front of you, guess what? They're not gonna the algorithm is not gonna display said whatever it is you viewed again because it know that's not your cup of tea, so to
Right.
speak. But this is way beyond that because this is literally taking your information without your consent, especially
Right.
a minor, and that can be dangerous.
Mm.
That can be dangerous towards kids um, taking their information like that. I still like unless your child is saying, "Hey, I want to be a content creator or whatever," and you're supervising with them as far as social media. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm wrong or being facetious, but I feel like kids shouldn't be on social media.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. I feel they shouldn't be on social because there's
I
so
don't
much
think their brain.
dangers.
I
There's
don't
so
think
much
their brains are
predators.
right.
Go ahead.
I don't think their brains are equipped for it. I just
Yeah.
don't. I don't think they're equipped for being on social media. That's why I barred my children from being on social media with something called "Don't give them internet." Like
Okay.
they don't have a phone plan. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Yeah.
like they can't get like they yes they can access through Wi-Fi. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Stuff like that, but their phones are so damn old they can't even download the freaking apps. You know what I mean? Like it's like
Yeah.
I did that deliberately. You know what I mean? Because I didn't want
Uh-huh.
my kids to get this garbage because that's what it is. All this
Yeah.
is so much garbage. It's like 90% of the internet is garbage. You
Yeah.
know, the stuff that, like, don't get it twisted. There's tons and tons of good resources online. but the vast majority of people do not reach into those resources. They don't reach into
Right.
they don't go to those websites. They don't read, you know what I'm saying? They want pretty colors. They want in your face action. They want transitions. They want loud people. They want energy. You know what I'm saying? Boost me up. Make me feel better about my terrible life. I want, you know what I'm saying? So you got all this stuff going on in the internet, and you expose your children to this, and you wonder why your children are acting crazy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Doing these stupid challenges, trying to get freaking clout. We were just talking about Irving and how his freaking son went around selling his story.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
kind of shit?
Yeah.
Like who? Like
Yeah.
that's crazy. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
yeah, I think it's I think we really have a problem with social media, and I think that and moms, I don't want to be the bearer of bad news, but this is happening on your watch.
This, as we was conversating, as you was just talking, I just thought about it. I have a serious change of heart as
About
far
what?
as like the whole thought process of, yo, you can't put it on the developers or the people that are the ones that like design the apps and everything like that.
You cannot put it on them. You are the parents.
Here's why. Here's why. My daughter, right, plays Roblox.
Hmm.
Just this past weekend, whatever, they mom went through all the settings, whatever, to make sure everything is all good. And when we went
Hmm.
through the settings to look, the only thing that was changed, because the parental controls was on, and as far as the video content itself was rated E for everyone. So when it's
Hmm.
rated E for everyone, that means a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old could pick this up, and no apps, all the apps gotta come in rated E. So there can be nothing that's disrespectful, derogatory, whatever, because it's filtered.
Right.
That's the way it's supposed to be. You put blocks on for the chat feature where it's like, yo, they can't speak to nobody, because on the news they were saying that there were predators who were going after kids on Roblox and stuff like this, and one predator even got a kid to like send a little boy to send him like nude pictures or whatever, because he was threatening him like, oh, if you don't do it, I'm gonna kill you, this, that, and the third. And the boy, he's a little boy, he doesn't realize like, yo, all I gotta do is report the authorities. Like you said, they're not equipped to handle this stuff. So it was sent like he wind up the predator wind up saying, yo, invite one of your friends to me or whatever, or else I'm gonna kill you, yada yada, this, that, and the third. So he invited one of his friends that happened to be a girl. That girl was like, I'm not playing that. She reported the authorities. Basically, the dude wound up getting arrested, whatever. So lucky she was well equipped and mature enough to know, yo, I'm gonna these are the steps I gotta take. The
Hmm.
thing is, with all those blocks that were on, daughter came up to me one day and was like, yeah, on Roblox, one of the videos they were talking about consuming alcohol or drinking alcohol. I said, wait a minute, what?
Yep. See,
I'm
this
like,
is the.
hold up,
Mm.
because these is it's kind of like how YouTube have the bots to scan stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like this: if you're gonna have an app or something that caters to children, you you need to have people scan through things, or you gotta tighten up your bot that scans through, the content.
Right.
That's why I'm like, yo, I kind of gotta have a change of heart. But I know you say nah, you don't agree, so I want to hear your position on it.
What did I didn't agree on?
Oh no, I thought you said nah when I was like, yo, I gotta put it on the app developers,
Oh, I
to
don't.
do
I
more.
don't agree with you.
Yeah,
I don't.
yeah,
No, I
that's what I'm
agree.
saying. You don't
Because
agree.
right. No, it's happening on a mom's watch. Because here's the thing, and this is a lot of people do not want to accept this, it really irritates me when I sit and when I say something and people and they go up in an uproar. If you
Right,
are the mom, it is your duty to make sure you take care of the children. That is your job. Okay? It's my job as the father to go out there and bust ass. It's your job to make sure the kids are doing the right thing, doing their homework, and so on and so forth. Women have walked away from that position. They walked away. They decided, hey, I want to go work. I want to be just as powerful and equal to you and all of that stuff. Now our kids are doing all kinds of craziness because they're left alone with a device in their hand. They're left alone. You know what I'm saying? And two, what's her name? What's her name? GNAFSH. So she just face rolled the daggone keyboard. um, um, and he's like, how is this happening on the mom's watch, sweetie? There is something called a single mom in our country, and there's a lot of them. Okay, if the man is not in the home, there's no way he can dictate to the child. All right. If I give the kids an order, all right, it is my wife's duty to make sure that that order is being carried out because I'm supposed to be out there doing my thing, right? I'm supposed to be out there working, whatever. As a team, we can make this work. All right, babe. I don't want the kids on social media. I remember long time ago, and my wife did not agree with me. She did not like that I said this, but I said I do not want the children going to church until they're emotionally ready to handle church. All right. I want them to be emotionally ready to handle church. And here's why I said that.
Okay.
When I was younger, I kept hearing the pastor say, so you don't go to hell. And they told me how hell is a horrible, horrible, horrible place. Okay. And that this is where the sinners are going to go. And you're going to burn for eternity and all that jazz. You say that to an 11-year-old. And you wonder why he's able to be indoctrinated into Christianity. You say that to anybody. I ain't gonna go to hell. You're gonna be indoctrinated, right? So I learned at an early age how people can be indoctrinated. I don't want my kids to be indoctrinated. What if my son decides he want to be a Muslim? Well, you can't. That's out of the door because he's been indoctrinated into Christianity, right? He didn't have a choice to be a Christian.
But
We chose that for him. So I said
but
to my
Gary,
wife, I said, huh?
uh, no, go ahead,
No,
go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead.
I'm waiting when you finish. No,
But
I was gonna
so
say to
I said,
Gary. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, go ahead. Say your piece, and
you
then
know what?
I'll
You
chime
good
in.
to talk, man. Talk. I'm gonna shut up.
No, because I don't want you. I don't want you to lose your point. Because I have what I'm gonna have. I have what I'm question. The point I'm gonna say. I have it in my head. So go ahead,
All
so you
right, so
don't lose your
don't
train
lose
of
it. Don't
thought.
lose it. All right.
Yeah, yeah.
So my wife did not approve of it. She didn't like that idea. She was like, I want to take my children to school. I want them to learn about the Lord. And I said, no problem. We will have Bible study here where I know they're getting the right information because I don't trust pastors. All right. I don't trust them. Okay. I do not. I don't trust anybody that has an incentive to get money from you. I don't trust that.
Okay. Okay.
Um, so fast forward, my kids are heavy in Christianity because they chose it. They chose it. I said, if you want to go to church with your mom, you can. If you don't want to go with church with your mom, you can stay here. My sons was like, I want to go to church. I want to learn more about the Lord. And I told him, I said, hell is set up for Satan. It was never designed for you and me. That's why God sent Jesus to die for our sins according to the text. So you're saved by the blood of the Lamb. You're saved. So don't let nobody trick you into thinking that you're going to hell because you jerked off last night. That's not how it works. All right, you know what I'm saying? And you got people who make you feel like, oh, I'm a horrible person, and other. No, the Bible clearly states that God is not accuser of the brethren. He doesn't accuse you of shit. He corrects you. Hey, you know if you do that, that's gonna make that's gonna lead down this path.
Yeah.
If you make that
All
choice
right.
because you have free
So
will, you can do that. So I didn't want my kids to be indoctrinated through emotionalism. I wanted them to make a conscious decision on their own. Now, whatever they do from this point on is on them.
All right. I gotta. Sorry, Miss Lamb, but I gotta agree with Gary on this because when you said the point of we can learn and do the Bible studies at home, everything after that was out the window because it's not like you deprived them saying no, they can't learn about the Lord, they can't get into Bible study. No, that part right there, you served everything. Because I gotta agree with you. Growing up as a kid, having church and everything pushed on me, as I got older, it kind of made me rebel because I was being forced to do this, you know? But as I got older, that's when I started, like, seeking the truth, this, that, and the third, blah, 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 and wind up making an informed decision. But it was that much harder because, like you said, the thought process of church being forced upon me and you're going to hell, all of these things, whatever, that basically made me make a decision with no thought process. It basically feared me into the concept of Christianity.
Right.
Fear was the main source of it. So I
That's what,
wasn't doing
yo.
it. I was doing it like, yeah, it was like, yo, I hope I don't offend God so I don't go to hell. So I
Yep.
wasn't doing it for the love. I was doing it because of fear of the repercussions at the end. So
Yep.
I agree with you. Yeah. But
Now let me hold on. Let me address NGA. Doesn't change that both are responsible. That's a lie. That's a lie. Okay. The moment you kick that man out of your life, he's no longer responsible for that kid. Okay. You cannot. How am I responsible for the child when I only have him once twice a week? How can I really be? He can't. He's not going to listen to me. He or she is not going to listen to me. That person is going to listen to the parent that has more control over them. Now, if I had my kid, let's say me and my wife was co-parenting, right? I can try my best to instill
oh
whatever I
shoot.
can. What? What? What?
Hello?
What? Talk to me. What? Talk to me. Matter, what's going on? Are you okay? Do I have to do a call red? Oh crap! We lost Miles. We lost him. He's gone. It's over. Call it a day. But let me address you again. If you kick me out of the house, I lose
I'm,
influence over
I'm
my
not in.
sons and daughters. Hello? 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 Can you,
Yeah.
Walls, you there?
Can you hear me?
I'll be ready to argue with
I can
Gary,
hear
and
you
then he
fine.
makes a great point. Keep talking. Um, no. If my wife and I decide to split, and my children
Hello?
are young,
Hello?
like if they right now, hello, can you hear me? I can hear you. Can you? What's going on, brother? Ah, you jacking up. Let's give him a minute. Sorry, folks, having technical difficulties. Well, he's probably in a bad area. That's probably what it is. But if my wife and I, like right now, as I agree, disagree, Gary, you can influence a neighbor's kid. Guess what? He's now cool with his never was wife and his kid. No, let me explain. Okay. Um, I when I say that I lose influence over my children, right? If I'm
Okay.
not in my
Can you
kid's
hear
life,
me?
yes,
Can you hear me?
can I hear you?
Okay, yeah.
Yes.
Where I'm at, the service is terrible, so my bad.
You good?
But yeah, go on.
Okay, so if I lose influence over my sons when they're younger, right? We're talking like right now. I can't lose influence on them because I've been in their life too long. You're talking about a toddler who is usually around his mom or her mom. All right, they're going to do everything they can to appease their mom, and that's just what they're going to do because that's the one that is in control just about everything. So if I'm telling my wife, I'm telling my daughter, I don't want you to be on social media, but her mother allows her on social media. Guess what? I lost that fight because her mother is not backing what I'm telling them. So she's going to because how many times have kids tried to pit the damn father against the mom? How many times? Well, dad said this. So if you got a parent that will allow you to be on social media, and the other parent is saying don't be on social media, guess what you're going to do? You're going to go on social media. I don't have. I can't control that. She's at your house 5 days a week. She may not be able to use social media over my house, but she do whatever she wants when she goes over your house. I can't stop that. That's what I mean. So yes, that is on you. I'm not tripping. You tripping. You keep trying to equate. You keep trying to divide the responsibility equally. You can't do that if you have the kid 5 days out of the week. It's not equal. If it was 3.5 and 3.5, then yeah, I got you. But y'all don't do that. Electronic babysitting, that's exactly what it is.
I'm sorry. Hold the conversation down because I have my service is bad. So I'll join in a second once I get out of this area.
But you're right, Scrappy. Yes, you can influence a neighbor's kid. You absolutely can. I'm not saying that you can't speak into your child's life. What I'm saying when it comes down to this, if I'm setting a rule that I don't want you to do this, yeah, I think he's okay. He's fine. He's just in a bad service. Um, if he wants to, if he or she wants to be on social media and their mother allows it, I can't fight you on that. I might not agree. I say no. I don't want them on social media, and I give you my reasoning, and you still allow them to be on social media. Then what am I going to do? I can't come into your house and dictate what's going on in your house. That's your house. That is your rules, your set of rules. I can't dictate that. I can talk until I'm blue in the face, say I don't want them doing that. But when they're in your care, there's nothing I can do about it. Zero, zilch, nada. It is not two at that point. It's one person saying this is okay in my house, and the other person saying it's not okay in my house. You're divided. You're split. So no, I don't agree that you. No, I don't agree that it's equally the father's fault. If he's not in the house, how is he going to supposed to be? How can he enforce a rule that you won't enforce in your house? How? We gonna come in and he gonna knock down the door and say you better not be on that phone. Like, why are you going to do that? You got to be in unison with your co-parent if you want to do that. Co-partner. Social media does not make them a zombie. Social media does not make them a zombie. I don't know what you mean by that. You, the dad, don't let nothing change that, including the person you choose to lay with to make your child. What you saying sounds good to you, but not the kid. Um, what do you mean? What I'm saying sounds good to me, but not the kid. Because a lot of the commands that I give my sons don't sound good to them at all. As a matter of fact, they give me this every time I give them a command. They don't like it because it's structured. They're required to do something they don't want to do. Or they're required to put down something that they are doing that they want to do something that they don't want to do. So I mean, it's it's
All
it's
right,
it's a
I am back. I am back finally. Jesus.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yo, the area I was in,
Oh,
nothing but woods and trees, man. And the service, I'm like, oh
so
God.
what we're gonna have to do is we're
So
gonna have
thanks for
to
holding it down, brother. Thanks for holding it
no
down.
problem, no problem. So we're gonna have to improvise with that because that can possibly be an issue when it comes down to service. But
Yeah.
what you missed was, and I want you to chime in on this. Um, okay, so what I was saying was this: Cliff Notes. If we're co-parenting, I can't force you to hold down a rule in your house that I hold down in mine, right? If I don't allow my children
Yeah.
to be on social media in my house and you do, they're going to be on social media in your house. So that's what I was saying to her, to NGA, I believe. And Scrappy said he don't agree. You can influence kids, which you can. You absolutely can influence kids. But if there's a rule set that a child does not really want to follow, that's not set in the other house, that child can get away with it in that other
Yes.
house. So how can
Bingo.
I be responsible for
Real.
social media if I don't allow that in my house, but you do?
And I can speak on that from experience because my kids, there's certain things like ideologies that I have and their mother don't. And granted, um, she may try and enforce them, but being the fact that she has a lot on her plate and everything like that, it's easy to slip through the cracks or whatever the case may be. Look,
Hmm.
I'm not gonna point no fingers or nothing like that, but I get it. I understand the whole dynamic of, you know, being a single mother and raising kids or whatever. I get that dynamic. But I do say, hey, XYZ, employ this, employ that. And although it try to be employed as best as possible, if it's going to slip through the crack, the kids are going to jump on it because that's something that they really want to do. So being
Right.
on social media or their tablet or whatever, as much as possible, is something that they can get slipped through the cracks. The minute it does, they're going to do it without hesitation. So in a two-parent household, then I gotta hold like put your feet to the flame. But two different separate households, yeah, that it's kind of a different ball game, and you don't really have control. It's definitely up to the mother to implore those certain standards that you want to implore. And if it's not, then guess what? At the end of the day, whatever you're trying to keep them from, since they have access to it, they're gonna do it, and they're gonna enjoy doing it and not refrain from doing it because they have it in their life.
Yeah. I mean, as long as it's accessible, they're going to use it. And
Yes.
how do I know? Because I did it when I was a kid. I
Facts.
did it when I was a kid.
Facts.
My mother would tell me I'm not allowed to do something. Guess what? I would sneak and do it. That's why whoopings was important.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
a good
Yep.
ass whooping will change your life. It really would. You know what I'm saying? So,
See, this is what I'll say though. This is what I'll say. I can't front for us as parents. It's a, it's kind of a lot easier to keep tabs on what your kids are doing because we're in the age of technology and there's ways to lock stuff down. Whereas for us, it was go outside and have free range and do whatever the hell we wanted to do. We enjoyed going outside. Nowadays, man, if you want to punish your child, tell them go outside and play. You cannot stay in the house for a week. This week you're gonna be outside. They'll be mad as
yeah, they wouldn't
like,
like it,
you know
man.
what? You was bad in school. I bet for this week you're gonna go outside and play. Man, I hate this house.
Right, right, like, yeah, that's gonna work, but real talk, man, real talk. I mean, I know this whole parenting thing is very, very hard, especially when you're doing it by yourself. It is hard as hell. It's hard when you have two people. Okay, it's hard when you have two people because guess what? I don't want to be on top of my kids. I got shit to do. I got a lot. I got a lot on my plate. The last thing I want to do is stop everything I'm doing so my kid can talk to me. Dad, I have a problem in school, and I'm like, "You got a problem in school? Yeah, I got a bully. You got a bully. Okay, this is what you do. Next time the bully comes along, you take a bat. Wait, wrong information. Stop.
Yeah,
Pause.
yeah.
Back up. Can't give that. Wait a minute. This is what you do. You politely tell him if he keeps messing with you, you're going to tell the authority, no, you can't do that because now you're a snitch. Damn it.
Yeah.
All right. How do I approach it? Like, you see what I'm saying? Being a
Oh, you
dad
know
is not
what?
easy.
You know what? Side talk. I don't give a rat. I tell my kids, yo, be a snitch. You know why I tell them to be a
No,
snitch?
no, 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 no. You're right. I do tell him to snitch, but I'm just saying, I know what that's going
Oh,
to bring
okay.
to his life.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because this is what I told my kid about snitching. I said, yo, the reason why you be a snitch is because number one, it's gonna alert the proper people, the teacher, the principal, whatever, what's going on. And number two, even though it's gonna come with you being labeled a snitch, those students aren't gonna want to mess with you because they know you are a snitch. Because even
Pause.
me,
Back.
when I
Pause.
was
Pause. Pause.
young,
Pause. Wait a
whatever,
minute. Wait a
and
minute. Wait a minute. Wait.
yeah,
Shut the fuck up. Shut up. NGA is
okay.
a dude. Wow. I apologize
No,
because your talking points are hardcore female talking points. Like I was like, wait a minute, hold up, this is a wait a minute, oh shoot, my bad, dude, for misgendering you. My bad. I'm just, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I know,
I'm
right?
like, why can't you put it on her? Why is it the
In
mom's fault? And I'm like, why can I not think you a girl? How? How? You tell me how I wasn't going to think you a girl.
Gary, you gotta watch it in these times before we get canceled, for misgender appropriate, whatever it is, misgender
Right.
appropriation or whatever.
Man, I'm trying to censor my words. I'm like, all right, I do
I
not
know,
want to
right?
lose this person. So let me try to talk as even kill as I possibly can without, stepping on, because I don't want to step on your emotions and like
Facts,
this cat, y'all
facts,
kiss my head. I don't want to get that. What's up, conservative? You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get that going,
yeah,
and I'm trying my very best not to do that because it's like you got to be careful with the women. You know what I'm saying? Because they get emotional and stuff.
facts,
But
facts.
I feel so much better knowing you're a dude because
Yeah,
feel much better.
but
Oh boy, and he
this
called
is what
himself
I'll
an N
say.
word too. That's the type of dude I can deal with.
But just to finish quickly what I was saying, and then the floor is yours. Because
Go ahead.
and I know my friend Monica's gonna kill me because for the longest she was like, "Man, when you was a kid, you was a bully." I was like, no, I was not." Look, I went through stages where I was bullied, and I bullied these people. And I'm not even gonna front. The people that I knew who would snitch,
Mm-hmm.
I wanted no parts. I kept
Right.
away from them. And I
Hmm.
use the tactic of saying snitch, snitch, snitch to make them, to shame them and to not snitching. But man, they was like, touch me if you want, or bother me if you want, see if I'm not gonna go tell the principal. And after I had that experience when my mom came to school because I was being mischievous and she whooped my butt in front of the classroom, yeah,
Hmm.
I wanted no parts. I said, yeah, I'm good.
It changed your whole life, didn't it? We done lost Wally again.
My thought process when it comes to snitching. So continue on.
Yeah. So it changed your life, didn't it?
Of course.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like
Of
your
course.
mother
Of
whooped you out of
course.
the penitentiary.
Of course. You know what's so funny about that story is a week before, a classmate of mine had his mother come to school. And she didn't whoop him or nothing. With her presence in school, had him crying, boo-hooing, whatever. That
Mm-hmm.
whole week, we all was hiking on him. Yeah. What was the school? His name was, we called him. So the song we used to sing that I remember was Binky in school, go wah, 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 wah. Just teasing him with
And
the
you
words
and
of
you
my
and
song.
you
That's how we was
and you're
teasing him. And then, my
and you
mom's yo.
participated in that.
But you know what? Here's the thing. Because she didn't do it with a belt when she came to school. Oh, no. She had an extension cord. And I'm looking at these
And
teachers
extension
like,
cord.
y'all gonna let this woman hit me? They just sat there and was like my teacher, he was like, yeah, that little ninja deserved this. And
Bruh.
every lashing, because I'm sitting up there trying to look cool so that they don't clown me. And I'm looking, pandering to the class. And I had my back face to her like, whatever, I don't care. All of a sudden, I felt that extension cord hit flesh. I
Ooh.
was like, whoa.
Ooh.
That just was like a lightning rod, like, poof. And I turned and looked, I was like, oh, this is about to be real. Yo,
Bruh.
Gary, I made sure in that classroom, I didn't drop not one tear in front of everybody.
You better not.
The minute they was like, yo, we can't let the other students see this. We got to go in the hallway. Yo, it was Niagara Falls, brother.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
afterwards, like later on, when we all met up at the park and everything like that, because I was on punishment and my goofy behind, I literally got in trouble, was on punishment where I could only stay on the porch and would sneak to the park. So I went to the park. I'm talking to everybody. I'm like, yeah, she hit me, whatever, but I ate it, whatever. They was like, yeah, at least you didn't cry. Knowing damn well in my head, as soon as I went out on that hallway, boy,
Yo, man, listen.
After that, I wanted no parts.
Listen, I was never the kid to get beatings. I think I got like 4 beatings in my life, maybe, right? And one of those damn beatings wasn't even my fault. It was my sister doing dumb stuff. But because I didn't stop her, I got a whipping. I was like, how am I getting a whipping for what she did?
Yeah, that's how it is. You don't want to snitch, everybody can get it.
Oh, but it wasn't that I was snitching. It was it wasn't one of those situations to snitch, right? So my sister was in my dad's new Cadillac, right? Just bought this Cadillac. And she had, and you know how the Cadillac, the ceiling rack falls down and be drooping. So you have the thumbtacks to keep it up. Well, my sister decided to take one of the thumbtacks and just make a bunch of holes in the cloth. Right. Because she was like, look, Dion, look. And I'm like, they're going to get you.
And it stick out like a sore thumb, too.
Yes. So my dad got in the car. He was hot. Just bought this freaking car. It was brand new. It wasn't brand new, but it was brand new to us. It was brand new to us. It was white. You know what I'm saying? It had the white walls. He was he got the caddy, man. He took it. He didn't even he was so mad. He didn't even drive all the way home. He stopped at our grandma's house to whoop our ass.
Yo, I'm surprised he ain't give backhands while he was driving.
No, because my dad didn't believe it hitting us with a hand, so he didn't hit us with his hand. But he whooped our ass. And I was like, I didn't do nothing. And then, you know what this goof, I wanted to knock the. She said, yes, you did, Dion. I was like, what? No, I didn't.
Oh, so in other words, she snitched on you, lying her ass off.
That's the reason why I can't stand when women try to do this 50-50 crap when they know damn well they're responsible. That's why. Because of that reason. I just realized that. That's why I can't stand this 50-50 crap. It ain't 50-50, I'm not dead. You know what I'm saying? I didn't do none of it. I didn't. She said I did. I said, no, I didn't. I had to wear that butt whooping because she lied on me.
She was like, come on, Gary, we're caught. We did this. Come on,
we're caught. Yo, are you serious? We caught. Like, what you mean? Let's look at the comments. Let's see what's going on in the comments. One agreement, man. One agreement. Mom, dad is no arguing in front of the kids. Guess what? I saw I saw tension. Yes, my wife and I, we have that agreement as well. We do our very best not to argue in front of the kids. Although we're terrible at it, we're very bad at it
Amen.
because
Amen,
we,
Gary.
we, we may
Amen.
not argue in front of the kids, but they damn sure can hear us. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what's the point? You know what I mean? We did do a thing where we came to the car for quite some time and we did our arguing in the car. You know what I'm saying? So
Uh-huh.
we did do our very best to try to to shield them from that. But we did do a lot of arguing in front of them, and I think that's why our family is so tight knit because after the arguing, they'll come in and say, "Are you guys okay? You know, is everything all right?" Like, no, we're just having a disagreement and we're just hashing it out. And we include our kids in a lot of the stuff, not stuff that's intimate. You know what I'm saying? Obviously
Yeah,
not
yeah,
that,
yeah, yeah,
but
yeah.
what I'm saying, growing pains in the freaking in the family. Because I look at it like this: whatever we do affects our kids.
Yeah,
Whatever we do
facts.
affect our kids. So
Facts.
it might not affect them directly, but the way the energy goes in the house, they feel all that. You know what I mean? They can feel
Yeah.
all of that. So
Hmm.
when they come to me, they're allowed to come to me, ask questions.
Yeah.
As long as you can handle the answer, you're able to ask them. So, Dad, how are you doing? I'm not doing so great right now. I'm frustrated. I just had an argument with your mother. I'm not really liking her right now. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get through it. This is part of being in a marriage. If you decide to get in a relationship, you're gonna have major arguments with your wife too. It's
You
just
know how
it's inevitable.
it goes down in my crib. The way it goes down is we try not to argue in front of the kids, try our best to, but there's many times I ain't gonna lie, there's voice raising and everything. But if I see it's a point that is getting out of control, it's like, yo, I'm not doing this conversation because clearly you're not understanding my point. It's not registering to you, so I'm not doing this. Because I go through a phase where if I see I'm constantly repeating the same thing over and over and it's not processing, it's like, yo, at this point, we're just gonna keep regurgitating the same thing. So this
Yeah,
makes no sense.
now
So
it's a
yeah,
waste of my
so
time.
yeah,
Yep.
so now let's fall back, think about this. But if it's like something where it's getting more and more heated, then I'll be like, you know what, kids, go to your room, and then like we'll continue to have the discussion, whatever. But after it all, at the end of the day, when it comes to like after everything process, even like if I'm disciplining my kids or I'm yelling at them or whatever the case may be, after it all, I make sure I come back to them and say, yo, son, daughter, do you know why XYZ happened? This is why XYZ happened. This was the resolution. Do you know why I scolded you? The reason why
Mm,
I scolded you is because of XYZ. I don't
hmm
like to scold you. I don't like, to do XYZ, but I need you to understand. And the reason why I'm reacting this way is because I'm disappointed because I know you can do better. I've
hmm
seen you do better, and I know you're better than that. So I'm disappointed in that aspect, you know. So having those conversations so that they understand, and realistically, it's kind of like you said, it's kind of good. Like how you said, it made y'all tighter. I honestly believe it's kind of good for them to see those arguments here and there, but you still stick together
Yeah.
so
Hmm.
that they have it in their mind like, yo, an argument shouldn't make me just walk away from a situation. It means
No.
I can work through it, you know?
Yes.
So that I believe that's healthy. I strongly
Uh,
believe that's healthy.
Jay. Yes, I am the oldest sibling. I am. You're absolutely right. I think children need to be informed with a lot of stuff because
Yeah.
we're building the future adults, right? And I don't want to sound cliche as hell, but that's exactly what we're doing. We're building the future adults. So I need my children to be able to handle conflict. They have to be
Yes.
able to handle conflict because conflict is on its way. You're gonna conflict with the dude. You're gonna conflict with the dude at the cash register one day. It's just inevitable. You're going to have conflict. And if you avoid conflict because you're afraid of it, I avoid conflict because you're not worth my time.
Yeah.
right? If you're not worth my time, I'm going to avoid. Like, yeah, you do whatever you got to do. Who gives a shit? I'm gonna forget about you in T-4 minutes. You know what I mean? So I don't care. But if you are a staple in my life, I'm going to have these conversations, and I'm going to give you uh, uh, well, let me say an important level or a level of importance in my life. So if you somebody that been hanging and banging with me since we was in 12 years old, I'll talk to you until I'm blue in the face. You know what I
Got you.
mean? Because you've been there. But if I just met
Yeah.
you last year and I keep missing and you keep missing my point and I'm like, yeah, I'm done. I'm like,
Yeah.
bye. Like, go do you be you. Whatever. I'm not about to sit here and waste my good energy on somebody that's not important.
Let me ask you a question, Gary. Can you see yourself fighting a friend?
Yes. Yes, I
Okay,
can.
why is that? Why is that?
Because in order for me to get to a point where I'm fighting you, you mean that much to me.
Okay.
You gotta mean that much to me for me to fight you. Now, you talking about physical fight or an argument? Wait a minute. Let
Yes,
me let me
yes,
make
no,
this.
physical fight. Because for
No,
me,
no, I can no, no,
yeah,
not
okay,
physical, not physical. No, no, no,
okay.
no. I don't see it.
Because
No.
for me, I can't do a physical fight. Here's why. And I hope my boys see my two boys growing up see this video or whatever. But it was my boy growing up that I was cool with, white boy. His name is PJ. Well, I'm not even gonna put his name out there. White boy that I was cool with, that I grew up with. We was tight as whatever. So as kids, you wind up play fighting this, that, and the third, blah, blah, blah. So we would do dumb things where like we would be, play fighting. But of course, with little boys, when you play fight rough as I don't know what.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this particular day, when we was going to play fight, like we was talking hella trash where it was like next level. And I'm like, yo, we don't trash talk like this. So I'm like, I'm thinking we gonna have a fight just to see who could best who, whatever. So when I go into it, I'm literally thinking like, yo, me and you supposed to have a real fight, whatever. So I'm going into it like really trying to, take dude out, whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
the whole time I'm going at him hard, whatever, he's just like in defensive mode. And I'm like, yo, what the hell, whatever? Like, why is he just in defensive mode? So once everything got said and done, whatever, I was like, yo, I'll be at your crib in a second, whatever. I just gotta go home. So when I go home or whatever, and I come back out, I go to his crib, and we used to chill in his basement a lot. So we chill in the basement. He just laying down on the sofa couch, or whatever. And I'm like, yo, what's wrong with you? What's up? He was like, yo, I can't believe you did that. I'm like, what do you mean? He was like, yo, why'd you like really fight me like I was your enemy or whatever? I was like, yo, I thought like that's what we was doing, whatever. And when I like after we sat and spoke about it, and I saw like how it hurt this dude, like I felt like a piece of crap. At that moment, I was like, yo, I will never fight a good friend ever again. And this is how I know my that was put to the test. Another one of my friends that I was tight with, um, I ain't gonna give the government, but we used to call him Burger. So I used to always talk trash to Burger, like always talk trash. So one day we're playing football, and I'm sitting up here talking trash to him, and I guess it was one of them days like he was just not in the mood or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting up there talking trash, and he was like, "Yo, say something again. See if I ain't gonna knock your ass out, whatever." So I'm like, in my head, like, "Man, you ain't gonna do a damn thing." So I said something. I think I said something about his mother. Yo, when I tell you, Burger rushed at me so fast, so I turned my back like, "Yo, what the hell is he doing?" Gary, when I tell you this guy, Street Fighter Guile.
Yeah, I love him. That's my favorite
When
character.
when I tell you he Guile backdropped me. Yo, I was asking for it though, yo. Like I was asking for it. Know what I
Bruh.
mean? And he just backdropped me, and I looked at him. I was like, All right, I guess I gotta leave you alone.
All right, my bad.
And we went right back to playing football or whatever. So in my head, I was like, damn, I really stuck to my guns of not even trying to, retaliate or fight. Because I always say this to my boys. I'm like, yo, if I got you mad and pissed off where you feel you need to get violent with me, I'm gonna take my licks. After I'm done, it's like, all right, what we going to eat? You got that off your chest, son? You good?
Yeah,
All right,
yeah,
because as men, we don't like too many new faces. We
yeah.
like the people that's in our circle. And if you're new and coming to our circle,
Right.
like you really had to been like a cool ass mofo to be ingratiated in our circle. So it's like the little friends that men have nowadays, you really value and treasure them and want to hold on to those people. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I
Absolutely.
can't fight friends, man. I just can't. Like that's just me. I can't do it.
I don't fight friends because I think that's a bad business decision. Like, what do
Nah.
you fight? Like, this person knows a lot about you.
Hmm. Yeah,
like,
yeah.
like,
Like we
why
could
would you?
argue all day. We could argue
Right,
all day,
right, right. Like, I mean, no,
Like,
not doing it.
like I can see,
You know
I
what I'm
can see
saying?
it now. Like, say we get into an argument, whatever. I go home like, God damn, Gary, that mother effer did this, that mother effer. Then a week later, yeah, man, I was talking to guys. Wait, I thought you hated him. No, that was nothing. Like,
Yeah, that was my
that
dude. You
was
know what
my
I'm saying?
mother. Yeah, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's the
And then you
difference
all
with
busting
guys,
up like,
yo.
yo, man, I ain't about to back down.
Yeah,
I ain't about to back down. It's like, well, yeah, sit your ass down.
I
Stop.
know, right? Yeah,
Like,
for
man, if
real,
you don't stop with
for
that
real.
goofy shit, like,
Uh-huh.
but you know, we so childish. Men are so childish, man. That's some childish ass shit. We talk about women all day and how they be catfighting and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but we be
yeah.
doing some dumb shit too, man.
Oh,
Like,
hell yeah.
oh
Hell
my
yeah.
god, like we be arguing about the dumbest shit. You know what I'm saying? I said that she said this. Like, what are y'all arguing for? What you yelling for?
Yo,
No, I'm just saying,
yo.
I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers trying to twist my words. I'm like, no, I didn't. I just misunderstood you.
You know what
You
was the
going through something,
goofiest?
dog? You okay? Nah, man. These bills getting on my damn nerve. You know what I mean? Oh, you frustrated? Let's talk about it. I'm just saying, man. You know, she left me, man. She left me. You know,
For real.
we got to do all that bullshit to get to the real problem. We never talk about that part about men, right?
Yeah,
How we got to
yeah,
go through the
yeah.
cycle of anger. We got to go through rage, anger,
Yep,
and then we finally get to the real meat of the potatoes of what's the problem is. You know what I mean?
exactly.
When
Exactly.
I was a part of a men's organization called MDI, right? Men
Okay.
Discover Inspire, mentor Discover Inspire, and there was a team of men that got together every so often to discuss man issues because it's not like we get a chance to talk about this kind of stuff on a regular basis. We don't really talk about that stuff. Most of the stuff has got to be real surface. Like if I put up a title right now saying men talking about their emotions, nobody would come to that shit. Nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
you're right.
So it's like,
You're right.
so we can't talk about those things. I have to lead you in with a carrot or a smell of ass or some
Yep.
panties or
Yep.
some titties. I gotta lead you in with some dumb shit to get you to
Yep.
talk about the real heart and soul of you. I gotta
Yep.
lead you in with that. So
Yep.
for me, when I was a part of this organization, I learned the levels of anger for a man. I learned how we go from anger to the real emotion, but we gotta get past anger first, right?
Yeah.
So there's something called a push, right?
Hmm.
This is when uh, a man he asks for a push. This is when he's allowed to lean into his brothers, right? So it's a team
Hmm.
of men on one side, and you got the other man on the other side, and he's trying to push through all these men, right?
Hmm.
And in this moment, he's basically pushing. He's trying to release this anger, this rage, and frustration by pushing against his brothers, right? And
Okay.
there's some big ass bully dudes that
Hmm.
need the push, right? and they
Yeah.
pushing and pushing and pushing, and it takes you be sweating afterwards, bro. You be sweating because Mike, you got to do. There was one guy, right? He couldn't be more than 150 pounds, man. That little he pushed so hard, and I was like, because he had so much anger, so much
Yeah, yeah.
frustration, and then
Wow.
and after it, he started crying, and he
Yep.
came out and told what was really bothering him, right?
Yeah.
So, a
Yo,
lot of times,
that's a good practice right there. I like
yeah,
that, yo. I
yeah, it
like that.
works.
Yeah,
It
yo.
really, really works.
Yeah,
It
it
sounds
does.
silly at first. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
This is stupid. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Grown men
Yep.
doing dumb shit. That's stupid. But after a while, you realize that, damn, that shit really does. Like, I feel a lot better. I really
Yeah.
feel like I feel a lot better because you get past
Mm.
that negative energy. That you know what I'm saying? Like, that's why
Yep.
the gym was so important to me. I didn't get
Yeah.
jacked because I like working out. I got jacked because I wanted to fuck people up.
Yeah. Got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
was filled with rage, but I couldn't get
Yeah.
that shit out. So
Yep.
I went to the gym. You know, that's that. The gym was my sanctuary, if you will. So once I put two to two together, it made sense. Like, oh, I can just go. I just need to go to the gym, get that out. You know. But I said all that to say this: men, we're just as emotional, if not more emotional, than women. We
Yep.
just are not allowed to. We're not allowed to be emotional. We're not
Yep.
allowed to have those emotions. Yeah, we feel them, but we're not allowed to act on them. Okay,
That's true.
because we
That's true.
cause a lot of destruction. Huh?
Yep. And not only that, you're not because you're also viewed as weak if you
You're
do.
about yeah. You're viewed as weak by the goofy people. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
These dumb
That's true.
assholes that don't understand shit. That ain't weakness. That's a break. There's a big
Yeah.
difference between a man that's weak and a man that broke. All right.
That's true.
You're gonna
That's
tell me this man found out that his kid ain't his, and he ain't punch a hole in her fucking face yet. That's a strong ass
true.
brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a strong man. Don't give me
Yeah.
that shit that he weak because he lost his cool and punched the wall. He didn't punch you.
Yeah.
You better be glad he punched the wall.
That's true. That is so true.
What you mean he weak because he punched the wall? That's why you call the cops? No, you need to get that motherfucker a blowjob.
Hmm. For real. For real. For real.
Because he's still in your fucking life, man. Like, he just found out, like, he's sitting on the bench telling I just found out that this is not my kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And I'm still talking to you.
Yep.
That's a
Yep.
strong dude.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a very strong dude. That takes a lot, yo.
Don't give me
That
this horse
takes
shit
a
that he's
lot.
not strong because he lost his freaking. We're gonna lose our tempers as men. It happens. Luckily, well, I wouldn't say luckily. Hopefully, you lose your temper in the right place, right? This is why
Yeah.
I've been wanting to put together a men's team and shit like that, so we can actually just
Uh-huh.
talk about stuff like this because it's very important. Men are having a really hard, tough time right now, especially black
Yeah.
men are having a real
Hmm.
tough time because a lot of black men have reached the pinnacle of financial success and still being told there he's nothing, he's not, he's worthless.
Think
You know
about
what I
it.
mean? Like the whole
Suicide between black men is astronomical right now.
yeah,
I
is
mean, the
up.
suicide rate is up there.
Yeah,
So yeah, man, it's nothing to play with.
it's
It's
not.
definitely nothing to play with.
But here's the thing, and I think a lot of men will really resonate with this.
Hmm.
As long as you isolate yourself, your demons
Yeah.
will eventually get the best of you.
Oh
All
yeah.
right. I know it's scary to open up. Oh my God, that's some scary shit, bro. It's scary. But I have learned to open up. I had to learn how to talk about this stuff and not care about the response.
Hmm.
I had to learn how to do that because I was going dark. I was
Yep.
going dark, bro, because I was tired. It was like, if this is all life has to offer, what's the point of continuing? So let
Yeah.
me get this straight. Everything I do is going to require me to work 10 times hard for it. Every woman that I get, I have to make sure she feels like she's the best, the one and only. I'm responsible for everything, but I get no rewards for anything that I do. If I leave, I'm a horrible person. If I stay, I get a tie.
Yeah.
Like, what's the incentive? Other than just to say that I'm a good man, who gives a shit what you think? I don't care about what you think about me. Your words don't mean nothing to me. It don't do shit for me. I had one woman say, but at least I respect you, as if your respect mean a damn thing to me. You ain't my woman. I don't care. Like, you could like, yeah, what the fuck? I don't care how you listen. I think it's time for men to just hang up this whole, alpha male Broly bullshit and just be real. It ain't nothing wrong with being real. You know, we have weaknesses, we have fears, we have faults, we have concerns, we have we have all the gambit.
Oh yeah. That's facts. That is a fact.
We should not be afraid to open up. But every time you say, "Nah, man, that's a bitch move," you ain't supposed. I'm like, is it really though? Is it really a bitch move to open up? Because I thought shooting up a school was a bitch move. You know what I mean? This motherfucker didn't. This piece of shit didn't go to the hood to shoot people up.
That's true.
It was real
Now,
easy to call. It's real easy to call black people niggas when ain't no niggas around. That's easy.
here's my question to you. Do you think that's a burden that we put on ourselves, or society put it on us?
Uh,
Because women be asking for dudes to, um you know like they like, a lot of women will say a man that show his emotions is a strong man. It's more women that will say that than men, because men will just be like, yo, man up, son, like, that's how we communicate with each other. It's like, yo, be tough, have a tough exterior, stuff like that or whatever. So is it us that put that pressure on ourselves, or society? Like, because growing up, the one that told me to be tough and man up was my father. It was all males.
hmm.
So that's something that, because if you're telling me that it's us men doing it, then that's something that we need to correct. We need to put it in the forefront to be like, yo, it's okay. It's not wrong to do X,
It's
Y, Z.
scary though, man. Like
It is.
it's. I'm gonna tell you right now. I've been doing this work for years, right? I mean, there's something going around TikTok called shadow work, and I'm
Uh-huh.
interested in looking at what that's all about, just to see what they're talking about because it sounds kind of cool. But
Okay.
I've been doing this work in myself for many years now, and till this day, it's still scary to open up. It's still scary. It's going to
Oh
always be
yeah.
scary because you don't know who you're opening up to, right? That person can
Yeah.
use that information against you and all of this
Oh
stuff.
my God. Yo,
So
talk slow. Talk
it's
slow.
it's scary, right? So I
Yeah.
get why men fear this, right?
Yes. Hmm.
But to answer your question, I have to say that if society put it on us, men enforce it.
That's true. That, you know what? That's a good
That's
point.
what I would say. You know what I'm
That's a good
saying?
point. That's a good
Um,
point.
no, and you're right, Scrappy. You shouldn't bring your work at home. But what do you do when your work is at the home? Now
Yeah.
what? What do you do that? You know what I'm saying? Like we're in a day and age where more and more people work remote than ever. You know what I'm saying? And it's only going to increase. You know,
Facts.
so it's like you can't really say that anymore. Now, what I would say is this: I am learning how to separate work from family. I'm getting really good at it.
Yeah.
But when
Me
I first
too. Me
started,
too. I'll say that. Me too.
yeah, I mean, when I first started, oh my God, I was a wreck. You know, I used to do business in the
Uh-huh.
bed. Like literally, I kid you not, 2 o'clock in the morning on the phone doing business in the bed. My wife
Yeah.
hated it. Hated it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was like, "What's the big deal? What's the big deal? I'm just talking. What's the big deal?" And I'm like, "Wait a minute, what?" And then because I'm a bumbling idiot. You know what I'm saying? I'm a baffling is what it is. I'm goofy. So that's why I laugh at goofy men. I'm like, you just being a
Yeah.
bum, you just being a buffoon. You know what I'm saying? Don't charge him away. He just being a buffoon. He don't get it. You know what I mean? It's
Uh-huh.
just because we're goofy like that. Men are just goofy. So but now I learned how to separate. Like we don't talk business in our bedroom anymore, right?
Uh-huh.
I don't even have conversations in our bedroom anymore. And when it comes down to work, we go in the front room and we work out with our business stuff there, because uh fear this question mark exclamation point question mark. What are you saying? I don't know what you're saying there, Scrappy Sue. Scrappy Doo, Scrappy. But
And I just want to say this to Scrappy before you go on. Sorry for your loss of your
yeah,
father passing away.
I don't even listen. I've been reading it. I don't even know how to freaking side that way in. Like damn, like what am I gonna say? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah. Yeah. Because that's tough, man. Because I lost both my parents, so I understand.
yeah, I squirm when I see that kind of stuff, because
Yeah.
my mother's getting up in age, man. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have the best relationship. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get a relationship going with her, but it's kind of hard because I've separated myself so friggin' much from my mom because of the type of woman she is, right?
This is what I.
So
This is what I will say. This is what I will say. Because my pops, we didn't have the best of relationship, right? And when I moved out of the household, yeah, when I moved out of the household on my own, I was not on speaking terms with both of my parents.
mm,
What I did was I waited till they went to church, and I took my stuff and dipped. So when they came home to an empty room. I knew it was jacked up, but I did it to make a statement. Needless to say, when I got from under the roof, me and my mother patched up the relationship, and we was good. So when moms
yeah,
passed, it hurt. Even when pops passed, it hurt too. But with my pops, we were so like off speaking terms. I said to myself, you know what? Let me just be the bigger man and patch it up, put all my feelings and emotions aside, and just go forward. Because at the end of the day, I do not know how much time this man has. I
yeah.
understand he's prideful, and the only way this relationship is going to be patched up is if I take that step forward. And I don't want to go through life regretting, damn, why didn't I extend that hand just to patch it up before this man left? So
See
that's
right
just a
there,
food for thought. That's just a food for thought.
for
Don't.
see right there, that right there just encouraged me to call my mom today.
Yeah.
Right there. Because is and I've been meaning to do it, right? But you put it off and you put it off and you put it off, and you shouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, and I mean, we're about to get off because we're coming across the 8 o'clock mark, and we gotta get to work ourselves.
Yes.
They're
Yes.
too ignorant,
Yes.
Gary. Um, you know, um, I just want to say thank you guys for hanging around with us for this
Yeah.
time. Truly appreciate it. We're
Yeah.
going to be doing this Monday, Wednesday, and Friday.
Yeah.
We truly hope that you enjoyed yourself this morning. It got you started, got you going.
Yeah.
Hopefully you took something from this conversation. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
if it's just a chuckle or two. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
really hope you
Yeah.
took something. But I want to leave you with this last point.
Hmm.
Have you ever punched a wall and accidentally hit the beam?
Oh God, no. Jeez, that sounds painful.
That
Woo!
shit hurt like a motherfucker.
Did you break
Bruh,
any cast?
no, I didn't break anything. It's just that,
Oh.
you know what I'm saying? I played it off, you know what I'm saying? Because I was a big man, you know what I'm saying? It's like, Wow, I've seen this shit. Walked out of the house like, God damn, that shit hurt. Head was
So
throbbing. Thump,
so
thump, thump,
so in
thump,
other
thump,
words,
thump, thump.
you did a me at the school with my mom's.
Right. Playing it off like it didn't really hurt. Freaking, skin all broke up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Hand
yeah.
bleeding and shit. But I didn't break my hand, you know what I'm saying? But that shit
That's
hurt
good.
like hell,
Yeah,
And you feel like a dummy patching the hole back up.
yeah.
Yo, man. Stop destroying your walls, man. This is Gary Lamb and Walls P signing off. You guys.
Enjoy the rest of your day. I think Gary Land fell off. All right. Thanks for riding along with us, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you heard the schedule for Gary Lamb. From Gary Lamb, it's every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 6 a.m. I know Gary left the perfect message when he was leaving, but for me, thanks a lot for riding along with the kid, because this made my day just that much more fun. And I like having these conversations. And like Gary said, I hope you guys got something from it. Had a couple of laughs here and there. And yeah, tune in on Friday because we will be here. So we will help you navigate to work while at work, have laughs, grabbing your coffee, whatever the case may be. But definitely tune in. Don't forget to smash that like button. And if you enjoy the conversation, share it on your social media platform so that people can also indulge in the conversation along with us. Because as you see, we love speaking to you guys because on Gary Lamb Network and Matter of Opinion, your opinion matters. With that said, we will catch you guys Friday morning. And we're doing a live tomorrow night with the Gary Lamb Network and Winning Reality. I guess, Gary, you could fill everybody in real quick before we end this live.
I didn't want to, but you did it. Damn it. I wanted to leave on that note. But yes, we are having a in-depth conversation with Winning Reality tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm seeing if I can get my boy 360 Smooth up there
I'll
because
be there.
yeah, I know you're going to be there. The conversation is based on why are Black people so emotional, right? And this is a conversation that I believe that Winning brought up. Well, we was having this conversation earlier, but I was like, look, I can't carry this conversation by myself. I'm gonna go get some reinforcements because these are my personal views, right? I can't talk for Wilds. I can't will talk for all other Black men. I can't talk, although I do talk as if I'm talking about for Black men. I'm not. I'm talking about for me. So I
Yes.
wanted to get other points in there and let you guys talk it over and go from there. So that is going to be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I think it's going to be an amazing conversation.
I
We're
think
going
so
to
too.
we're going to definitely give him an earful because he just want to understand. It looks like he just want to understand. So
Okay.
that's where I'm at. That's it. That's all I got for now.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and we will catch you on the next episode. Peace.